Hello everybody and welcome to my third ever Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda for the NES, a game released in 1986 on a Famicom Disk System. But without further ado, let's get on with the intro. Many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon stole one of the Triforce with power. Princess Zelda had one of the Triforce with wisdom. She divided it into 8 units to hide it from Ganon before she was captured. Go find the 8 units linked to save her. All of treasures: heart, container heart, fairy, clock, rupee, 5 rupees, life potion, second potion, letter, food, sword, white sword, magical shield, boomerang, magical boomerang, bomb, bow, arrow, silver arrow, blue candle, blue ring, red ring, power bracelet, recorder, raft, step ladder, magical rod, book of magic, key, magical key, map, compass, and finally, the Triforce. Please look up the manual for details. Alright, so without further ado, let's now get on with the game. And in case you're wondering, I'm going to be using my YouTube username, which is, well, basically, you know, Calham64. Because it's funny how on this game it has enough characters to fit in Calham64, whereas on other games it only has, like, I don't know, 3, like in WarioWare. Because we're really on WarioWare, all it accepts is something like Cal. But, yeah, so let's register it, and let's begin with our adventure. So here it is, Zelda on the NES. And first of all, let's go into this door. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. So with that, we get the wooden sword. It's basically a sword. Pretty much you attack stuff with it, and if you have full hearts, if you shoot it, you can fire like this laser beam like thing. Oh, and we've stumbled across the first enemy already. These are Octoroks. Common enemies in the Zelda series, actually. They appear quite commonly and all that. But yeah, nothing too special there. And some of them come in different shapes and sizes, like one of them's a blue, and the ones that I just killed are red. And the blue ones are more powerful, but I'll get more onto enemies when we actually meet them, because, well, I don't want to give away too many spoilers or anything. Because, well, this is a great game. This game was released in the 80s. Like I said, it was released on the Famicom Disk System in 1986, and a year later on the NES. So yeah, all of the NES games came from the Famicom Disk System in Japan. And so, but eventually they got taken over to the NES. And in case you're wondering what I did to get the game, the first time I played this game was when I was part of the 3DS Ambassador program, and you're probably going to see a lot of fails in this LP actually, like that one. I failed against an Octorok. An Octorok! Oh, God. But yeah, The Legend of Zelda, I first had it for the 3DS Ambassador program, and it was very cool, I must say. Because, well, I mean, I got 23 games from being an ambassador. It was very cool. I am seriously not doing too well here. This is probably an LP where you're going to see a lot, and I mean a lot, of fails, because, I mean, well, 8-bit games aren't really easy as such. I think you can see that, though, due to how many times I've been getting hit. You're probably going to see me panic a lot on these LPs as well. But anyway, let's go into the first dungeon. Welcome to Level 1, the Eagle. It's basically a massive dungeon that we must journey through and defeat all these enemies. It's nothing too complicated or anything, but if you're unfamiliar with the Zelda series, you may not know them. And these enemies I'm defeating, by the way, are called Stealthos. These are, well, skeletons with shields. They're basically the really basic enemies. You're not really going to come across them that much. I think they're only in this dungeon for some reason. Yeah, for some reason they're not really in the other dungeons or anything, but yeah. it's not really a problem. Anyway, with that, let's go get the key. And like in every other dungeon in the Zelda game, let's unlock the door and progress forward. So yeah, this is the very first ever Zelda game to be made. And this game was a huge hit when it released. It had a lot of different things than usual video games. See, in the 80s there was more of these like 2D side-scrollers, you could say. And Zelda changed that because, well, I mean, look at this. You're exploring a massive world and going into dungeons. This was very new for its time. And luckily there was a fairy there. Meaning I got my health back. Sorry, like I keep saying, you're probably going to see me panic a lot in these episodes because, well, like I keep saying... Well, wait, no, this is only the second time. 8-bit games aren't easy. Playing games on 8-bit consoles like the NES were difficult. If you want difficult, try playing Contra. You have one life. If you get hit once, you're dead. And that's for the whole game. So yeah, 8-bit games aren't that easy compared to today. If anything, I do sometimes prefer really classic games like on the NES and Super NES, or the SNES as some people call it, for some reason. Because, well, they're more difficult, and I'm a gamer that likes a lot of challenge and anything. I'm not really too fond of things being too easy. No, I'm not saying things like Kirby and that are really bothering me, because they're easy, but, you know, they're still fun. Or anything. I'm not saying easy games suck or anything, but, yeah. These are probably the most easiest ones in the game. You just hit them with your sword once and they will vanish. And for some reason I didn't seem to push the block. Oh, and occasionally this old man will give us messages. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Okay. I think we'll figure out what that is about later. Because, well, I don't want to give away too much spoilers. At the moment, this is a catchphrase in my Let's Plays. It's just, no, I don't want to say it because I'm going to give away spoilers or anything. Oh dear. Oh, come on. I do not want to die on these things. Please. Okay, thank you. Good grief. Sorry. I just get so frustrated when I die. Okay, as I was saying, I really do not like dying or anything. This episode is going off to a bad start. I'm dreading the later dungeons because they get more difficult. Good grief, I'm going to have to do a lot of edits in this LP. But still. In case you're wondering what those... Oh wait, no, I've already gone through what those skeletons things are. But I know what these enemies are called. These are Gyoras, or Gyoras, however you pronounce them. They basically take 3 hits and they throw these boomerangs which can hurt you. Also, if you charge into them, they also hurt you as well. So yeah, pretty dangerous enemies, and the most difficult enemies in this game for me actually has to probably be the Dark Nuts. They are a pain. Also, these spike things aren't really that bothered. They don't really bother me that much or anything. They're quite safe. Okay, maybe not safe, but they don't really do a lot of damage, so don't expect to die from them or anything. And with that, we have acquired a bow with no arrows. Yeah, we actually have to buy the arrows in order to use it. So, basically, the bow is useless at the moment. Anyway, let's go through here. And now, journey out of the door. Don't worry, you won't get hit by that thing if you keep, you know, if you hold down the R button. No, not the R button. If you press right on the D-pad, God, or the keyboard, because, well, I'm playing this on an emulator. I am using the JNES 1.1. Yeah, I know what the version is. And, yeah, because, well, I do actually own the game. Well, I think you know that because I just said about the 3DS Ambassador Games thing. So, yeah. Anyway, with that, we acquire a new item, the Boomerang. It's basically a boomerang. You throw it and it stuns enemies and it kills them. And in case you're wondering why this level is called the Eagle, if you look at the top screen you'll see these blue squares. Well, that's in the shape of an eagle, so that's why they call it the Eagle. It's clever in this game because they give these names of dungeons, and that's because the map is in the shape of it. For example, there's level 2, I think, which is called the Moon. And of course, well, it's in the shape of a moon. These War Masters, or yeah, I think it's War Masters. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up as an annotation. Yeah. If you get collected by them, you will get taken back to the beginning. So you don't want that. Anyway, here we are, the first boss in the game, Aquamentus. Just stand here and keep firing your beam and just dodge out the way of these lasers, and you should be okay. See? I didn't get damaged at all there. And now, let's acquire a heart container, meaning we now have 4 heart pieces. Well, heart containers, because this is before heart pieces existed in the game and anything, but still. Anyway, we have acquired the treasure, which is the Triforce. So yeah, basically we got the Triforce. It's pretty cool, and yeah. Also, I think this is a good time to end this episode off here because, well, I'm planning to do like an episode on each dungeon probably. Also, if I collect, you know, collectibles or anything like extra heart containers, because yeah, you can get extra heart containers outside of dungeons, but you have to use your own mind to find them, or just use the internet like normal people do, which kind of ruins the game experience. But anyway, you don't really have to head back here, but I'm just doing it so I can say my outro properly. Anyway, so I said that twice. Next time on The Legend of Zelda, the NES, we will be getting a couple of extra heart containers and going to the second dungeon. Take care, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.